Hey coaches, Craig Collier here, and today I am with Kim Lima. She's an 11-star diamond, lives in New Jersey, is now a three-time elite coach. And I want to introduce you to Kim and have you guys get to know Kim because she is someone who has really helped me to understand the power that the Beachbody opportunity has, and not just as a business, but as something that helps people find purpose and drive in their lives. And I think when you hear Kim's story, you will hopefully connect with it the way that I have. So Kim, thank you for being on, and thank you for being willing to share some of those things that that are maybe personal in your life, but might help to make someone better in their life and in their Beachbody business. So I'm going to turn the time to you.
Sure. Well, thank you so much. So for me last year, everything was your typical pretty much year. And then in September, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And so that was a huge, huge shock, especially somebody who I looked at myself as healthy and doing the right things. And so getting that breast cancer diagnosis was shocking to me. And I would say that I spent a good week thinking that I was going to walk away from this opportunity. I didn't need to do it. Nobody would want me as a coach anyway. And I reached out to Katie Ertzta, and she kind of gave me some advice that people need hope. And that was like the start of something really awesome that changed in my business. And it really was seeing truly what this opportunity was about, why it's important, and how it helped me kind of heal from breast cancer and really heal my business in a way, to finding the joy in it again, and finding so that I loved it again, and I was excited to wake up, and I don't want to go to bed at night. And so for me, I started to do the things that brought me joy in my business, and the things that worked for me, meaning that sometimes I think we become these leaders and elite, and we think we have to take care of everybody, and we stop taking care of ourselves. And for me, I started to take care of myself in terms of being part of using personal development. And I spent a lot of time on doing personal development. I spent a lot of time sharing my story with other people and really being raw as to what was going on. And I started to slowly feel myself pull out of darkness. And I also started to see how blessed I was to have this opportunity, because there were so many women who had to change their schedules. There were so many women that couldn't pay for reconstruction because of cost. So many women who didn't have a support network of women that could get them through this whole time. And so I had that. And I had realized at that point that I took that for granted. And not only did I take it for granted, but I stopped reaching out to people. Last year I was a great marketer. It's great to have attraction marketing, and I'm not knocking it, but it made me a great marketer. It didn't make me a great coach. And what I realized is a coach is somebody that goes out and gets people, and gets the people that would never contact you, would probably are afraid to contact you. They're probably afraid to even wrap their head around the fact that their life could absolutely change from this opportunity. And being in that place absolutely made it so that that's what gives me excitement now. To be able to share my story, to be authentic, to show all of it, because I never did that. I never knew what it was like to post on Facebook and to be afraid, like to hit that post button. And so I feel like I've walked into 2017 being stronger, being more relatable, being more empathetic to my new coaches, that I know what it's like to actually out yourself, to be afraid to out yourself, to be afraid that people are going to judge you. And so for me, I feel like it's just allowed me to get to the true essence of what this opportunity is all about.
That is amazing. Well, thanks for sharing that, Kim. And so how has that propelled you into what you have described is just an amazing start to 2017. What do you do differently now to build off of that and to really create confidence and momentum with your team?
So for me, it's been great because my coaches have seen there are no excuses on our team. They watched me, have another elite title for our team during cancer. And so the whole no excuses is off the table. I also do a lot more one-on-one mentoring with them. And I find that those one-on-ones are more beneficial because those people feel I'm more empathetic. They feel I'm more relatable. They can talk to me now. And I get to give that tough love to them, and they completely understand that it's tough love. It truly is, and it's guided so that they get to the next level.
Awesome. So, Kim, let's wrap here, but what would you say to someone who's maybe struggling to identify? And I didn't tee you up with this question, I'm sorry, but someone, as you went through, like someone that's maybe struggling to identify with their why or their purpose or what Beachbody means to them and the way that they can impact people, what would you say to that person?
I would say that they need to work harder on themselves than anything that they've ever done in their business. Because when you really focus on yourself and you focus on self-development, that purpose, that kind of passion just comes out. And it's going to come out when you get uncomfortable. It's going to come out when you're like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to quit or not quit, or I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Like, take those opportunities when you are like, what am I doing here? And dive into self-development, because it's like, I always say, it's like the cream rising to the top. It will have no other chance than to just come to the top.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Kim. I concur with that. You guys, we are in an amazing company. And as a 17-year kind of network marketer, like I just love to hear these stories of the way that Beachbody has really changed a life. And that is our opportunity to invest in ourselves and make us the best people that we can be, and then invest into others to help them discover their best selves. And Kim, you're a shining example of that. And it is the true opportunity that we have. We're not a transaction company. We're not a sales company. We're not just, selling things. We are giving people an opportunity to be their very best. And I appreciate you sharing how you have found that, the confidence and the change that it's made in your life. And thank you for being an example for all of us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Kim.